Hello, Divine Ones. This is Ashley for FD 1111 Ministries, home of Tarot, Bible, and Alchemy. This is the Astro Intuitive Forecast for this week, April. We are heading into the third week of April already. And this is lasting from the 11th to about the 17th, 16th, 17th. We have the prominent astro influences starting on the 11th. Mercury enters into the sign of Aries, and that same day will be sextile Saturn in Aquarius. So Aquarius, like how you guys have heard me discuss about small businesses or spiritual businesses, and with this Saturn energy, it could be a cause for to put in more work into your small business. If you are not a small business owner or do not have interest in business ownership, that this could be you joining a community. Online communities could be in the forefront. Networking. This is almost like a buffering and repurposing. You could be downloading new apps or new software onto your computer. This could be a spark of new creative projects that you are prompted to investigate. Specifically, I hear that word. Moving on to the 14th, the sun in Aries square Pluto in Capricorn. This can be the energy of frustration, and especially if you are embarking on something new. Like one thing that I see is studying new information, learning new information, and specifically online. And moving on the following day, on the 15th, we have the sun still in Aries, square Jupiter in Capricorn. This could be more of that enhanced energy of frustration or having to put in more work than what you're used to putting into something. Here we have the Ace of Pentacles as the primary energy, and that is about putting in some type of hard work. I feel like this could be regrouping and rethinking something over. Let's see what else is going to happen. So for those that do not know, I am a spirit-led reader, meaning that I use the cards, spirit animals, my guides, numbers, scriptures, alchemy to convey the messages that the spirit has for the collective. This is first being posted on the Patreon page that will be transferred over here later in the week. Let's see here. Okay. For some, something may come very easy. Like you could have already been through this cycle of, it may seem weird, like these overlapping timelines. Like you could have already been in some type of difficult situation and putting in a lot of hard work with something from last year, and now it's starting to pay off, or things are starting to move quicker for you, where that frustration that people may be experiencing now that you were not experiencing for some. Let's see. And yeah, I feel like this is on this side, like it's going to grow, like this type of interaction. This could be an online community. This could be some product or something that you started and it's starting to pick up speed. It could even be a channel, like if you started like a YouTube channel. I specifically even hear babysitting. Maybe somebody was babysitting their siblings, or started a daycare, and things could be picking up. I also hear specifically picking up and going. For someone, they could be going somewhere. I know majority of the country is on some form of lockdown, but I feel like for someone, they could be moving. Like they could having to get up and go somewhere, or they are doing some, I hear experimental travel. It could be something with the Astros too, especially with this Christos energy right here. This is actually our spirit animal of the month, the fox. And with the fox, things could be tricky, can be shifty, can be shaky. The number 10, some type of hard work that someone has been putting in. Give me a second. For others, like they could be like, okay, let me regroup and say that a different way. Because mainly what the energy is like the person, whoever these people are, and whoever this specific part of the message may relate to, they feel like things aren't really working out for another group of people, and they feel like throwing in the towel because they put in so much hard work and things aren't really producing the way how they wanted it to. And that's why that tricky energy comes up, because the fox goes in the den for a while, and then they come out when things have cleared, like when springtime comes. Okay. And what's happening is like that what the spirit is saying. I'm trying to figure out how to say it in the best way. It's like you have already put in your hard work for some, and you're just being tested. I think about the entire life of the Christ. He was tested his entire life. Everything that he did, he was tested. But guess what? We know who he is today. You're building a legacy for some. And it took me a little while to figure out how to navigate and say it, so that most people will probably, hopefully, understand it. The Seven of Wands. I initially, when it fell out, I heard tricky once again. Things can be tricky. Okay, give me a second. I heard like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Like it's a countdown to something major happening. Like a tick tock, tick tock. Someone, they could still be at a job, and it's just a matter of time before they call it quits, before shop folds up. And they could be feeling, I hear the ring, like something, like, how you take a washcloth and it's saturated with water, so you wring it out. It's like they feel like they're being drained of something, like resources, even time. They could feel drained, but it's something else. It's like I heard the word dishwasher for some reason. I'm hearing things about cleaning for some reason, but with this dishwasher, instead of you physically having to do all of the work yourself, use a dishwasher. Okay. And that is like a play on words. Someone could be a stay-at-home mother, or now is in the position to be a stay-at-home mother. So for someone, they could be prompted to do daycare, even though most people may be like on lockdown or something, that could actually be a way out for them, because a lot of mothers that are used to being out of the house, maybe career mothers, they may need a break. And so instead of them having to do all the work themselves, this is a two-way message, that they could get someone of your services. Someone could be a housekeeper, or that could be a new way of how to make money during this tight time. And it could be something that will pan out and grow into something in a multitude, I hear. And they could be taking their tools inside of people's houses and fixing things, cleaning things. That's for one person. For another person, they could stay at home and have mothers bring their children to them, and they take care of their children. That's why I heard babysitting at first or something. And I hear clientele. You may already have a Rolodex, I hear, of people that you can call and be like, if you need a break, girl, just give me, for $20 for the day, or whatever the case may be. You can even do it like how they used to do back in the day, bartering. You bring me a couple groceries and I'll wash your kids for you. And together, that people will eventually get into a new way of rotation, I hear. And that rotation is like, for some people, like already the economy was heading towards more mechanical type of jobs. Just think about the metaphor I used about dishwashers. You still have some restaurants that use physical human people to dishwash, but for the most part, they have dishwashers. You just throw the dishes in there, bam, press a button. So what the spirit is saying is like automated services. So a lot of the jobs eventually were going to die out anyway, but especially now with what's going on, they're really going to try to target things towards that anyways, as a reinforcement, as a secondary reasoning to do so, because like people can get sick, people can call out. So a machine will not do that. A machine will not get sick. So I say all of that to change your mindset about the way of how you're looking at things. You may hear the kids in the background, but to change your way of how you're looking at things. Like for something that may have seemed like, oh my goodness, what am I going to do? I'm losing grip on reality, or either I'm losing, my finances, or whatever the case may be. It's always another way out. You always have other skills, and this could be more conducive for who you really are anyway, for whoever this may be, for these couple of situations. For other people, this may be working online of some sort, building some type of community. Someone could be a web designer, or either learning new skills of how to push their business to another level. Think about the Christos, on a whole nother level. Think about it. For someone, like, this feels really good. I actually felt like this energy rise up in me, where this person, for someone, it's like they're starting, or they have already sort of kind of started, but it's like picking up. And what's going to happen is, like, it's something really, really huge. They're putting together like a network. It may be a seed now, or maybe a seedling now, but through the hard work, this seems like it could be like this whole conjunction with Capricorn, Saturn, Pluto, Jupiter, that is some type of major blessing that's going to, I hear, harness many, many different people. Okay. This also seems like that cicada energy, where the cicada spends so much of its life underground, but when they come out, it's like, hey, I'm here, baby. And guess what? I got wings. I'm not just on the ground. I was under the ground at first, but now I'm in the air. It's like that type of, like the underdog type of energy for someone. And you know me, my readings usually, they're like timeless. It's not like, it may be something that may help motivate someone in that moment, but it's like things that may span for the next several months. Okay. So whatever seeds you're planting now, think about them in the next 6 months, they're going to blossom. Think about it like that. So we have keep faith. All right. Keep moving, keep strategizing. Here, this could be you with your pen and pad, taking notes about different ideas that you have, different ways of how to replicate the funds that you have. Someone could have been stashing money, waiting for the right day to do something. And it could be now, to invest in something. And it doesn't necessarily mean the stock market, because remember, things are changing. It's like so many different ways of how to make wealth now, besides just the stock market. But, eventually that's going to be animated as well. And what needs to be cleared right now? Okay, sexuality. The misconduct of sexual energy and creative is pretty much talking about creative energy. Okay, I was just explaining to my children just a while ago, it's never too early to start talking about sexual energy, because they start off very young with the relation of sexual energy and creativity and all that stuff like that in the media. And, you start telling them about how to use sexual energy according to their understanding. And I was talking to my teen about how to use sexual energy, or how to, the misusage of it. And so this feels like someone that, needs to harness their creative juices. Like I was saying before about writing things down. And guess what? Your children or people could be watching you. I look at the timer because I had to stop it. It was 1, 2, 3, 4, which is the number of, yes, you are on the right track. Keep going, keep doing what you're doing. So people could be watching you. You could be doing a tutorial or prompted to do tutorials. You could be making speeches, public speeches, online speeches, or something of that nature. And you have to really prepare yourself for it, because when things start to pick up, it's really going to pick up, and then it's not going to slow down. All right, because this is actually, I'm sort of like, I'm a baby in astrology, but it's like Astrology. She's very, very good. You can go check her out. And she just was speaking about this opportunity, which I felt intuitively anyway, for many people to become millionaires during these times. Ooh, burn myself a little, but during these times. And with that being said, it's like, I feel like somebody that's in this realm is a millionaire. And this has been coming through in in the readings for a while, since Feminine Fridays when I used to do those. And it definitely feels like a feminine presence. And whatever you're working on, that is coming. Keep the faith. You got to keep, putting things, trying this, doing that. Study great people. Napoleon Hill. We also have a family Bible study as well as a book club. Right now we are reading Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Very good book, very layered, beautiful. And start using those tools that have been passed down, initially esoterically on the other side, but now it is available for you. You can pick up the book, you can get an audio book on YouTube. They make it so accessible for you now. We are in the age of Aquarius. The information is there. It reminds me of a scripture that I can't remember verbatim, but anyways, until the word reaches the end of the earths. Like, we live in the age of Aquarius, the Christos ascension. This is the opportunity. It's like no excuse, really, because the ethers that carry the information, which is electronics, internet, all of that stuff, even on your phone, even if you don't have like regular cable internet, you have access to a phone. You can Google anything. They make it so easy now. Very, very easy. So until the ends of the earth, all that information is available. Whatever you have a question about, I'm pretty sure you will find an answer for. Okay. So making sure that you use your creative energy effectively. With this right here, and making sure that you're not being too egotistical or allowing people to push you around, especially now, where people are in confined spaces. They may be frustrated. Some people may be looking to pick arguments for some, and things could be a little testy sometimes. We do have that Mercury energy that's in Aries. People possibly even want to be selfish a little bit, want to state their claim the way how they feel. But it's for you to make sure that you're using your energy properly, with your energy, and focusing it on what you really want, not what you don't want. Because whatever you focus your energy on, where energy is focused, it will grow, it will persist. Where your attention goes, the energy will flow. All right, so if you are watching this on YouTube, hit the like button, leave a comment if you so choose so. You can join the gang over here. Please feel free to share any type of advice, tips. If you are more diverse and immersed in astrology, which I think is such a beautiful language, feel free to share. I love hearing new information. I'm a studier, I'm a deep thinker and a deep diver. I like to dig. And yeah, so share. All right, I'll talk to you guys during the new moon, but I think I will talk to you maybe before then. All right, peace.